Hello and welcome back to Urban Yoke Homestead. Benvenuti, bentornati. My name is Giulia. Io mi chiamo Giulia. And as always, I'm super delighted to have you here with us. Right, so in this video, we are taking a walk up to the Colma di Sormano using the Muro di Sormano. So the Colma is at the top of the mountain where we live, and the highest point is Monte Palazzone. It's a very beautiful walk, so we actually didn't go all the way to the tippy top, but we went to the Colma where you can find the observatory. The tippy top reaches around 1,124 meters above sea level, and once you get to the top, there's also the possibility of going for a mountain bike ride, which is lots of fun. So yeah, though you can drive, as I said, we walked and we took the Muro di Sormano, which means the Sormano wall, and it's essentially a nice little hike up, a little track, but it's also somewhere where cyclists go. So cyclists use it for training because it's one of the steepest inclines, but there's also a competition every year, I believe it's in June, where cyclists come in and they see who can cycle to the top and see who can get there the fastest. And yeah, it's lots of fun. Even as a walk, it's quite the incline. It starts fairly gradual, and then by the time you get halfway, it is pretty steep. Otherwise, you can drive to the Colma and then from there take the trail that just walks along the mountain ridge, which takes about an hour and a half to walk. And yeah, so that's what we did. It had snowed recently, and as you can see in the video, my parents are there. They came to visit for the holiday season, and we took them on this walk to show them a little bit and for us to see a little bit more because we hadn't been to the top yet. Very exciting stuff. And so just to give you a brief history on Sormano itself, Sormano was first written about in the 1100s, but the area has been inhabited for much longer than that. So the people of Sormano, what they've released on the Comune's website is that they don't actually know when the town was founded, or village should I say, but in many aspects it's been around for quite a while. And so on that note, even the surname Sormani is considered an ancient bloodline, and that's where the name of the town Sormano comes from, or so it is believed to be like that. And it was lovely just to get to walk in this area that's had so many people walking there before. You know, we read a little bit in the history about Barbarossa and that time period where he came over the mountains. This is where he came through. And this area also used to belong to the Austrians, and it belonged to the French, and then the Duchy of Milan took it over until it was eventually incorporated into Italy. And so in the area you will find a lot of different cuisine that is reminiscent of a fusion in some ways of Switzerland, Austria, and northern Italy. So it's a little different to what I grew up with. As some of you may know, I grew up with a Tuscan background, so the food is a bit different, but nonetheless equally delicious. And I would certainly recommend for nature lovers to come up this way. So here we are about halfway now, and just enjoying the view, enjoying walking into the sunshine. And yeah, Charles discovered something which is really cool. We have some wild mint, and then also some wild strawberries that he found growing up in the Alps there, which is very exciting. And then we continued walking up into the mountain, and here it starts getting a bit steeper. For those of you who are interested in the Syringomyelia aspect, so for those who don't know, I have a condition called syringomyelia that affects my nervous system and causes chronic pain. And walks like this, particularly because I have a lot of pain in my hip, my right hip, can be quite painful. And I wasn't sure that I'd actually be able to make it at the top. As you can see here, it starts getting very, very steep. But yeah, made it to the top, and coming back down, it was quite painful. To be honest, I think the adrenaline and also just making sure that my mom was okay, because she also has some back pain, chronic pain there, distracted me from my own pain, and I landed up pushing myself harder than I should have. And so it was really difficult. I would definitely suggest that if you do have chronic pain, to actually take more breaks, because we only took very short few minute breaks here and there. I would suggest definitely taking a break and have like a little coffee, a little bit of tea, and like a little sandwich. Yeah, but good news is so far we had made it to 1024 meters above sea level. Very cool, very cool. And here it really starts to clear up, and we start to actually see a view of the villages that we live around. And it was quite magical to see them from that kind of view from up top. But yeah, so the Seringamailia part, just to finish off on that, it was difficult, but I had only properly registered the amount of pain once I started coming back down. So having the little break at the top was very useful for that, and I'm grateful that we had the opportunity just to rest a bit before coming back down, because I actually got quite a few tremors in my leg and spent probably about a week and a half recovering from the walk. But of course, I don't regret it. While I'm still able to walk, I will walk. And as always, my husband is always there cheering me on. So this was the last incline that we had to take, and it was just such a magical moment, in the sunshine, in the snow. It's very, very different to the world that we came from in South Africa, and just another little reminder about how far we've come in our journey. And yes, so I'm going to let you enjoy these few moments of sightings. So check out the view and take it all in. So here we are at the top of the Colma, and there is a restaurant there if you want to go, but unfortunately it was closed when we got there. And this is where the Colma Trail actually begins. So if you'd like to go mountain biking, you can take it from that point. But just look how amazing that view is. I'm so glad we got to see it on a clear day. So we stopped and sat by the observatory and then had a little snacky backy before heading on back home. And it was an amazing little journey, and I'm glad that we did it. and I look forward to doing it again with my husband and actually doing the Colma walk. But for now, it was time to get back and enjoy a lovely fire, a little bit of Pandoro, and a game of Scala Quaranta, which I really enjoyed playing with everyone. So, yes, I hope you enjoyed this awesome walk up to the Colma, and see you in the next one. Ciao!